Greetings everybody and welcome to Madrid Ball. I hope you all are safe and sound. And today in this video we are going to do the post-match analysis of Shakhtar Donetsk versus Real Madrid. And we are going to talk about the disastrous performance that Real Madrid put up in Ukraine. With that result, the Los Blancos are at the brink of playing in the Europa League. In the match that Zidane labelled as a final, Real Madrid were pathetic, shambolic, disgraceful, and there is no other way of putting it. There's a lot to discuss, and let's break down the performance that Real Madrid put up yesterday. Now, in a sequential manner, we will first talk about the tactics that Zidane used, and we will compare it to the tactics that were used in the game against Inter. The reason why we are going to do it is that we had similar tactics in place, but obviously this was a different opposition and we got different results. We will touch upon that, and then we will talk a little bit about the individual errors which led to the demise of Real Madrid in Ukraine. First, let's have a look at the lineup that Zidane fielded. We had Courtois, Varane, Mendy, Nacho and Vasquez protecting goal. In the midfield we had Kroos, Modric and Odegaard, and in attack we had Rodrigo, Asensio and Benzema. Now at first glance, the lineup, as you can see, this is a very attacking lineup. We didn't have any defensive midfielder as Casemiro was dropped to the bench, and to an extent you could understand why Zidane went with this attacking mindset. We were playing a team which had conceded 10 goals in the last 2 games in the Champions League. They are second in Ukraine Premier League, and Zidane may have thought his attack would play in full swing and dismantle the opposition. But as I was looking at this lineup, I was also concerned about the fact that Zidane had not given much consideration to strengthen the right side. We had spoken about it in the match preview that Zidane must do something to address our weakness on the right, but that did not happen, and the Shakhtar player Tyson on that side of the pitch was in inspired form. He was playing with passion, playing like a man on a mission, and we did concede that second goal due to our weakness on the right. Now what exactly went wrong? In this match, Zidane went with the same formation and the same tactic that he went with in the game against Inter. How come we were so dominant in Italy and so shambolic in Ukraine? The answer lies in the selection of players Zidane made and the personality that Zidane deputized in each position. Now if we just have a look at these two lineups, the first one against Inter and the second one against Shakhtar. In both the matches we went with 4-2-3-1, Kroos and Modric in the double pivot and Odegaard in an advanced role. But the difference here you can see is on the right. For the match against Inter, we had Carvajal at the right back and Lucas Vasquez on the right wing. And the two of them together, they were superb attacking-wise and defensive-wise. The thing here is that when you put Vasquez on the right wing, you do get the qualities of a right winger, but you also get the defensive qualities that the rest of the wingers in a squad don't possess. And the personality of Carvajal in itself is a confidence boost for the defense. That is why we were not exposed on the right side. Rather, our right side went from being our weakness to being our strength. On the other hand, look at the right side when we had Rodrigo and Vasquez. Rodrigo, we know he has to work on his defensive qualities, and Vasquez is a right winger converted into a right back. So this time, both of them have below par defensive skills which are required for the respective positions that they were occupying. And hence, we were bound to get exposed there. Now you can't blame Rodrigo much because simply he's a teenager who doesn't get regular match time. One tweak that I think Zidane could have made is put Rodrigo on the left wing, which happens to be his preferred position. Put Vasquez in the right wing and slot in Militao in the back line. We could have either used Militao in right back or we could have used Nacho in that position and play Militao at centre back. The rest of the tactics were pretty much the same between the two UCL games. We had Kroos dropping in deep between the two centre backs and Mendy was playing inverted wing back who would slot in the midfield to give that extra passing option. Coming to the first half, Real Madrid were decent in the first half. Marco Asensio came very close to scoring early on in the game. Benzema had picked out Asensio inside the box and the shot of Asensio agonizingly hit the post. He also had another chance and that time the keeper did well to tip his shot over the bar. But I actually liked what Asensio was doing in the first half. He was trying to make things happen, he was showing determination, and it looked like he wanted to repay the faith that Zidane had showed by putting him in the lineup. He made some good ball recoveries. In fact, he had more ball recoveries and more tackles than any other player in the first half. But in the second half, just like the rest of the team, he could not help prevent the collapse. The first goal that we conceded, it was a corner by Martin Odegaard, which had led to the counter. And moments before the goal, it did look like the counter had fizzled out. But the Shakhtar man attempted a through ball. Mendy cut it out, but there was complete miscommunication amongst the back line. Varane and Vasquez showed lack of awareness, which presented Dentinho with a golden opportunity, and he didn't shy away from doing what was necessary. He put it past Courtois and gave his team the advantage. From that point on, we were expecting Real Madrid to up their game, to come come up with a response, but unfortunately that response never came. Real looked absolutely clueless. They lacked ideas, and just after Shakhtar had got a goal, there were phases in which Shakhtar looked so comfortable in the game. Our players just didn't have enough in the tank to mount a comeback, and it was always going to be tough when we went a goal down. They did try to get a goal back, but in the process they had to take up attacking positions in the opposition's half. And Shakhtar again through another counter hit Real Madrid, extending their lead to 2 goals. Manuel Solomon, who had come on as a substitute in the second half, he drilled a powerful shot through Vasquez and Varane, and Courtois just couldn't deal with it. It was a good bit of finishing from the Shakhtar man, and Real Madrid had too much to do from there on. At that point of time, I think we all can agree we were absolutely frustrated and fuming at our players, and we were getting more and more hopeless. The defense that was our strength last season has absolutely collapsed this season. There is no structure in place, and Real Madrid have conceded more Champions League goals after 5 matches than they have ever done before. First, we struggled to score goals, and now we struggle to defend as well. The team as a whole is either underprepared for matches, or they are simply not responding to the tactics of Zidane. After the match, Zidane in the post-match conference said, "I am not going to resign. We have had difficult moments. It's a bad run in terms of the result. It's our reality, but we must continue. We know that today was a final and we prepared it very well. We had a great first half, but we were not able to score a goal. There is a game left and we have to win. I have strength and I will give it my all as I always do, just like the players. In the league we did not deserve to win the other day, but today we do. You have to raise your head and think about the next game. There is no choice but to think ahead and pick up good results." Now, I don't agree again with Zidane's insistence that they deserve to win just based on a goalless, half-decent first-half performance. In the second half, Shakhtar were better. They got their chances and they took their chances, and they knew that Real will struggle with a low block and hence put more men centrally, and that is called a tactical win. I understand you all have great amount of respect for Zidane, and I am also one of his biggest admirers. What he has done for us, I can't imagine any other coach doing. But this time, the truth is, Zidane was outcoached. I understand we don't have the players that we used to have before. We have a few of them that are past their prime. But if we go on to continue with the same excuse, we would be getting farther away from addressing the root cause of our problems. I do not agree with this narrative that we do not have good enough players to beat teams like Shakhtar, Alaves and Cadiz. Look at the budget of these teams. Look at the players that they have got and look at the quality that we possess. Can we really accept that these teams have more quality than us? Absolutely not. I would agree that we will fall short against big European teams who are much more sorted out at this point of time, but I don't accept this narrative that we have a poor squad, and hence that is the reason why we are playing like a mid-table side, dropping points every alternate match day. We have not won a single match in the league in the month of November. We have been poor all over the pitch, and such performances deserve severe criticism. I don't think had the crowd been there, they would have accepted such standards. Even our legend Cristiano Ronaldo was booed at one point of time, and that was a time when we used to lose or draw maybe one match after 5 or 6 comprehensive performances. And now we have just one victory in the last 5 that we have played in. The players need to be self-critical and do more to defend the honor of the shirt. There is no royalty in the way Real Madrid are playing at the moment. The standard historically has been so high for Real Madrid. We have got the best players in the past. We have displayed some exemplary football. But now it's just embarrassing and we are on the verge of becoming a laughingstock in Europe. We have left all to do in the last match day of the Champions League group stages. We owe a big thanks to Inter for beating Mönchengladbach. Romelu Lukaku came up with the goals as Inter beat Mönchengladbach 3-2. And luckily, we are still in control of our destiny. In the last match day, we will have to beat Mönchengladbach, and then we will go through being the leaders of the group, provided that Shakhtar don't win against Inter Milan. It's tough time, Madridistas. It's getting difficult to see the team get humiliated in such frequent intervals. In these difficult times, let's be strong together, and the sun will definitely shine again for Real Madrid. I will ask you all to keep the faith going, keep the hopes of a beautiful tomorrow. Our time will most certainly come. Now that is all I have in this post-match analysis. I would like to know how you all are feeling and what did you make of the performance that Real Madrid put up yesterday. Write in the comments below. I will see you soon. Till then, take care. Glory to Madrid. And as always, Hala Madrid.